Hi, this is Ed with Sapphire Technologies, and welcome to another gameplay video. This time around, we're going to play City Skylines. Now, City Skylines, for those of you that are not aware, is a city building or community building simulation. And this game, without trying to, and it doesn't have to try to, is drawn similar constantly to the famous or infamous, depending on your point of view, series known as SimCity. SimCity, by the way, was introduced in February of 1989, and to this day is still considered one of the premier and the standard by which gaming simulations of city building are used. Now, what you do in a city building simulation is you got a plot of land. You build roads, you build housing communities, you build industries. You get to take on the concept of developing your own growing, thriving metropolis to build it the way you think it should be built. You could use a wheel and spoke design. You could take and put sections aside just for industry. You can put sections aside for parks, and you build the infrastructure and you do all of this work to expand your city to make it into what you want it to be. So what we're going to do here is we've got some roads laid out, and we're going to clear out that territory there, and we've laid some street lights along the roads because we don't want people to be scared in the dark. All right, and now structures begin to appear. This is pretty much a classic simulation. Now, what City Skyline has done, though, is they have a unique opportunity. You see, EA tried to reintroduce SimCity, and they brought some interesting 3D elements, some online elements, and they brought some changes that, at the time, sounded really cool. Unfortunately, they weren't really cool. Those of us that were big fans of the SimCity franchise were left sorely, sorely disappointed. And Cities has kind of stepped up as the new, not necessarily standard, but probably best city simulation currently available. It's reasonably priced. It's been through a couple of iterations now. And it's exciting to watch where this is going to go. This game has a wealth of detail and information. You can see it's got even pretty nice looking graphics for a simulation like this. We're going to be able to look here at the power grid. We can lay our own power lines out. We can, water. We can build a hydro plant and water sewage facilities. I know, that gets me excited. Building water sewage. And now you can see we're in an underground piping mode, so we're going to lay the pipes down. For the water treatment, we're going to put them under the roads. That's a great way to keep your city neat and easy to use, but potentially there's going to be a problem here. What if we have to repair the damaged pipes? The roads may have to come up. So this could get ugly quick. We're going to put some windmills out. Where can we put these so it's not ugly? As you can see, we've got limited area to build in. So we got to find a location. It's going to get us good wind, but not be ugly. The video you're watching, by the way, was recorded on a computer. We were running a 290X. We just maxed out the graphics detail. And with VSync, this thing is pegged at 60 frames per second. But that's kind of expected. This is not a game that's particularly hard on your graphics horsepower. So the good news is you're going to be able to get by with really a much less card and really get an enjoyable, fun game. All right, let's run some power lines here and integrate the grid. All right, let's see here. Lay this down. So what we're showing you here, this is an early city construction. This is still very early into this, and there's a lot of planning going on here, getting the sewage and the water treatment in place, getting the power in place. We've got some living areas in place. We're going to have to add some industry. We're also going to have to add a commercial section. Else, why are people here? And this is one of the things I really love with the newer versions of these kind of games. And the old ones, you had to settle for just really you couldn't really experience the city. You couldn't get down in it and see it. And the newer ones do it really well. Cities does this very nice. It's very nice. It's very clean. The graphics are really cool to look at. I'll run power out there. You can see you got the fact that the integrated grid is pretty much on its own, so it's covered. You don't have to worry about it. And this is just generally, it's a fun game if you're into this. Too many games today are about destruction instead of construction. They're not about what you can build. They're about what you destroy. Be it combat games. Many adventure games are just about killing the monsters. One of the things I really like about some of the new adventure games is some of them actually have you building something in addition to it. So that's a really cool feature. This game is primarily about building. And you notice I said primarily about building. One of the neat features this and all city simulations offer is the ability to simulate natural disasters. And we might get into that. We'll see. But for right now, we're looking at this basic construction. You're setting your taxes. You're setting your budget. Will this be a tax heaven or a tax haven? Will this be a place that people go to or a place that nobody wants to be? Now, we need to do some healthcare. Looks like we could use some education as well. Ooh, we can build the Large Hadron Collider. Every city needs a particle accelerator. That's just exciting. We've got our industrial complexes coming up. We've got to run water up to them. We're going to run power to them. So we can take care of that real quick. Get that all lined up. This is some pretty simple stuff. We're going to adjust our budget here because we've got to bring in enough money to pay for all these infrastructures. As you can see, it's rough to do a voiceover for this because this is a game this isn't something that you can play quickly. This is something you need to take your time to really enjoy this. This is one of those games that you sit and spend hours at and days at to just dive in. And when you're done, you make something that you're just like so proud of. You're so excited about what it is you've created, about your city. And it is. It's really fun. Now, the replayability of this, people are often amazed at how much replayability these kind of games can have. And they can have amazing replayability. Because, so I built my city the first time, and I built it this way. But what if? What if I wanted to build like a ski resort? So I wanted to be in the mountains. Or what if I wanted to take over an existing city? To be able to try to fix it. Maybe it's all screwed up. That's one of the really cool things that these kind of simulations and City Skylines offers is the ability to bring out scenarios, to bring out some really cool ways to see how good you can be at this. We've achieved our first population goal, and now we're looking at some various things we're going to add to this down the road. Now, again, this is running on a 290X, and everything's maxed out. The truth is, you probably could run this on a 280X or a 270X and pretty much max everything out. Now, you see here, we're showing you the happiness chart. It's telling us how happy our people are. There's a lot of blue, so everything's good. This is a fully worked out city. This is a fully expanded and worked out city. We got the health system here. We can see where our clinics are at, and if the people are in general healthy. This is an important thing to have because the higher the health, the more efficient the city is, the better our tax revenue. You get the picture. We can look at residential, we can look at commercials, office spaces, industrial spaces, just a wealth of information. You can see we built high-rise highways to get around. We've got wind for wind turbines in place, though I'm not sure putting them in the middle of the city was a good idea. So we've got a lot of really cool stuff going here. This game is not for everyone. This is a game that if you don't have that builder mentality, if you've not always wondered what if, and have a desire to do the long-term creation, you're not going to find the fun in it. This isn't fast action. This is slow. This is steady. This is about taking your time to achieve something. But if city building is something you want to do, there's a new king in town. City Skylines is the current game of choice for me if I'm going to do my city building. As always, if you've enjoyed this or any of our gameplay videos, be sure to give us a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Let us know what you like and what you'd like to see in future gameplay videos. Also, be sure to subscribe to the Sapphire YouTube channel. Again, this is Ed with Sapphire Technologies. Game on.